You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live on Facebook every week. Type 5 in the comments to subscribe to the show. And now your host, Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber.
Hey, plumbing pros, how you doing today? Hey, welcome to episode number 162 of Potty Talk Live. Hey, we got a special Power Tools edition, all right? Hey, Google has a huge announcement, and the Kings are in SearchKings. In fact, we have Prince Lorne is in the house, all right, joining us and telling us what I think that is his official title. He certainly looks like a prince. All right, I know, it's Prince Lorne. We'll have to maybe bow or something too. Okay, that's right. Okay, right. Hey, great to have you here. Hey, stick around. Hey, huge Google announcement. You're going to want to hear about it right here, all right? But, hey, glad to have you here. Hey, if you're watching live here at our new live time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look, we've had, it was a huge decision to make, but we have people all over, asking, want to be part of live social audience. So we wanted to make it easier for people outside the states that wanted to be a part of things live, and so we've done that and tried to, you can't make everybody happy, right? But we want to make the most amount of people happy. So we're here, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live here in our studios, overlooking the Rialto Bridge in Venice, Italy. All right, isn't that beautiful?
It is beautiful. I love being in Venice.
Built and love Venice. So the canal
it was
there.
quite the plane ride from Nashville yesterday to Venice.
Hey, in the private jet, it's good to be the $1 Million Plumber. But the bridge was built in 1592. It's been there ever since. All right, connects over to the canal over to the Rialto area, which is their finance and commerce district back in the day. So kind of a pretty big deal there, kind of a pretty bridge there. But hey, it's great to have you here at our new time. Hey, of course, you can always, you can catch the replay on Facebook. But you can also check us out on YouTube.
That YouTube thing, I think it's going to catch on.
I think it's going to catch on. So be sure to subscribe to that channel, catch all past episodes there.
Yes.
And
we're actually live on YouTube right now. We are simulcasting Facebook and YouTube.
Going around the world here from our studios here in Venice. All right, hey, but be sure to subscribe there. Appreciate that. But also, you never want to miss an episode of Potty Talk Live. Ain't that right?
That's so right.
And what's it take? Just 5 to subscribe to Potty Talk Live. See how we did a little rhyme there? Or what? What's going to happen?
Harpole.
And I'm Leslie Harpole.
And we own Champion Plumbing out of Oklahoma City.
And we never miss an episode of Potty Talk Live, because if you do, you're gonna die. You're gonna die.
That's right. Hey, if you miss an episode of Potty Talk Live, you're just going to become a screaming little girl. I guess. Never want to miss an episode of Potty Talk Live. Love the Harpoles there. All right, out of Choctaw, Oklahoma, a plumbing power couple there, getting it done. All right.
Now we have some people saying there's feedback, and this is our studio. And where are we today?
Well, we're outside the states here. We're in Italy. I guess the systems aren't too well here.
So I'm messing around with things right now. Who's got the feedback, guys? Is it Richard or is it me?
We're too loud here? We're still adjusting, messing with things here. So pull it back here a little bit. There we go. All right. Hey, appreciate the input there, guys.
Yes. Really do appreciate it.
Hey, and because you gave us some input, hey, I'm going to give you some input too.
Oh, honey, you're so
all right.
Nice.
Hey, got something for you to check out here.
All right.
Just for you. Hey, plumbing pro, are you struggling to win with your plumbing business? My $1 Million Plumber Playbook, How to Win the Plumbing Business Game. It details all the right moves you got to make to be a successful plumbing entrepreneur and ultimately a plumbing business champion. In this free 10-video e-course, I share with you my game-winning strategies that took me from one-truck rookie to multi-truck, multi-million-dollar plumbing business Hall of Famer. Click the link below and grab your free playbook e-course now and get your game on. That's right. You got to get your game on. Get your game on, you got to know the right moves. And I got the right moves for you there down in my $1 Million Plumber Playbook. All the right moves to have a successful plumbing business. Check it out. It's easy. 10 videos. All right, don't have to read anything. Just need to watch. Right? And it's free. All right, simply type free in the comments or go to www.freeplaybooknow.com to get your free playbook now. There you go. It's that easy. All right. Hey, let's bring Prince Lorne into the chambers here. There he is. How you doing, brother?
Great, man. Good to be here. How's the sound?
I think
You sound great. I'm hoping.
You sound great. Looking good.
Sound good.
All right. Yeah, we're getting it figured out here. Appreciate the input, man. But hey, good to see you, man.
It's great to see you too. Love being with you guys.
Well, thanks for taking the time to be here. I know you say that Google has a huge announcement. So what is it?
So Google's announcement is that their new program, the Google Guarantee Program, as a lot of your clients are aware of, Google Local Services, it's been tested for the last year, 2 years in 15 cities, 30 cities, 90 cities. Google is now officially going to make it nationwide eligible. So every client of yours, everyone you work with needs to know Google Local Services is nationwide. You may not be able to sign up yet on Google's website, but first off, we know exactly how to get in now. And second off, Google's going to open their front door very soon to allow plumbers across the country in every county, every town to get Google Guaranteed.
Oh, there we go. See, that's it right there. And I know, but you just say we got some delay. I want to take off the delay on that. There we go. Let's try that. All right. So that's the thing right there. And hey, we got an in here. So that's why I asked SearchKings to come on board here, because they can get us to the front of the line. All right. So why do we care? So that's the announcement. Okay, they're going live, across the U.S. now. It's been tested out. All right. So what, I guess, why do I care? Why do I care? Why is it important to my plumbing business?
This is important for you guys, Richard, because up until now, the bigger companies win the race to the top of the page because they throw around a bigger budget. Okay, so they're going to come into a market and say, we'll spend 50, 100K to show up at the top of Google. Google's eliminating that ability with Google Guarantee Program. So now you actually have to earn the leads at the top of the page. And as long as you're earning them, you can take as many of those leads as you can handle and then turn off your ad when you can't handle more. So smaller plumbers can now appear at the top of the page in very competitive markets like Dallas or San Antonio or Phoenix, because you're actually doing great work and you care a lot about your customers. That's who Google wants to promote.
That's what we love right there. There's the thing, guys. There's the huge nugget of gold. In fact, that's not just a nugget of gold. I think that's almost a gold mine. I mean, because that's the game, Lauren. I know, you look a little younger. You're a younger guy, so you may not recall the phone book. This thing was this big with yellow pages in it. Okay, all right.
Turned into a high chair later.
Right, and we used it to, as a high chair for our kids later. That's right. Yeah, you sit on them, raise them up. Okay, but that was the way that we were able to make our customers aware of us. Okay, and being that, you had to be up front, and to be up front, it had 2 pages, and it was very, very expensive. We were paying $15,000 a month, $15,000 a month just for one book. To be up for 2 pages, okay? And we weren't the first 2 pages because we weren't first in the book. So even if we had the ability to, to finally, when we could compete, we were still some pages back because we weren't first in. You see what I'm saying? But now, now you have the chance. Google's kind of leveling the playing field, which is a blessing. So as a little guy, and I don't need a lot of money, I just need to be verified. And I can play with the big guys. The customer can find me just like they can find the big guy.
Yeah, I mean, think about what happens here when Google puts a company at the top of the page that does a bad job, right? You're putting up one of these bigger companies. They're not doing a good job. They're not taking care of the customer. And they're just churning these leads over and over and over again. Well, the customer is going to stop going to Google, right? Because Google isn't delivering them a good experience. So Google has to fix that. So this is their program to say, you can trust Google. You can trust Google Guaranteed because they're actually doing a good job. Their give a crap factor is at the top, right? And that's kind of what it's all about.
Right. And that's what I love right there. Hey, Lauren, we have one of our viewers here, Iron Man Riley,
Iron Man. Hey,
cool
Iron
cat,
Man.
Iron Man. Is that he gets a million calls a day about Google ads. Who do I trust? Well, I'm not going to put Lauren in the spot to say this. I'm going to tell you who you trust, because it's who I trust. Is SearchKings. Okay, SearchKings is one of 5 premier partners. Okay, there's a lot of partners out there, but there's only 5 premier partners. And I think my math's right. Am I correct on that, Lauren?
Or something like that.
Something like that.
There's lots of premier partners out there, but I think your point is very important. If you're going to hire a company to do Google Ads, they need to be an expert. So the same way as you hire a plumber, that has to be an expert. They have to know what they're doing. Look for the red badge. This is for anyone. If you're not going to call SearchKings, that's no problem. But you want to use someone who has the red badge of experience. So that badge behind us, that's the premier badge. The other thing is you want someone who has experience in home services. So they may be a premier partner, but they may focus on car dealerships.
There we go.
Or law firms. SearchKings is a premier partner, and our focus, almost 80% of our business is home service companies, plumbers who need that phone to ring with a real customer. And it matters to your business. So that's where we are. And thank you for the question. Google Premier Partner is the highest status within Google, and being a home service expert is what separates us.
There we go. Well, I appreciate that clarification. And that's the bottom line on this end, guys. Is SearchKings is who we trust. Look, we get it. It's in the office, you get calls every day. Who do I trust? That's a great way to put it. And look, everyone and their cat, can do Google Ad. Say they can do. My cat can do Google AdWords. I think it's been around it so much, but can they do it well? Okay. That's one point right there. And also, and these are SearchKings' own people. I mean, they're using, it's their people, and there's a lot, information there, but it's their people. And again, it's on what the focus is. I mean, there's a difference between getting, leads for a chiropractor than it is for a plumber. Okay, and so you want someone that deals directly with, like, plumbers, is used to it. And so certainly SearchKings is in that area. So that's why we love SearchKings. Okay, and so back to the point here, though, what this is all about. This is a very inexpensive way to, there's very little cost to get Google verified, right? I mean, and it's a way of getting in right at the top, like the front of the yellow pages. Okay, and this is the yellow pages today. People need a plumber. Here's what they do: they Google plumber. And you want to come up at the top, all right? And now you have a chance to come up at the top, just like any other, like a big company. The customer doesn't know, all right? So you can, it's an even playing field. It's that simple, right?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you have to get Google Guaranteed to enter the space. And then once you're in this space, it's a matter of who's delivering quality experience for customers. And we do a lot of coaching of our clients. The same way you're coaching your clients on the entire plumbing business, our job is to coach our clients on how to take in a phone call and turn it into a lifetime customer. Because if the phone call only turns into, an $89, inspection, and then the customer goes back to the next time they need a plumber in 6 months, they're going back to Google, that's not a sustainable model. You have to foster that lead and turn them into a customer, a lifetime value.
Amen. Well, do we have an example here? Do we have an example of what all this means, what this may look like?
Yeah, do you want to lay out? I've got a Google search for plumbers in Indianapolis.
Back where we just came from. Okay, right now we're
back on our home turf.
Yeah,
right,
where are we?
Back on our home turf.
Where we are? Okay, here we go.
Well, let's pull it up here.
Okay.
So what are we talking about here? What is being Google verified get me?
So when someone types in plumber near me, as that's really the search, or best plumber, right, near me, that's what people are searching. Their ads at the top of the page now are these Google Guaranteed boxes. This is only available in the 90 cities, and this is what's expanding nationwide. So it's the yellow pages of Google. You need to be in the top. All those ads that are underneath it are now moving into the second best space on the page. Okay, top placement is going to Google Guaranteed, and those are tracked phone calls. So, you know, as most of you know, if you're going to do Google pay-per-click, you need a phone call to be recorded so you can measure your ROI. In here, the phone calls are recorded automatically, so you know exactly what's happening with these calls. And you can actually also dispute calls, Richard. If someone's trying to solicit you or sell you something, which we know is a problem, you can turn around to Google and say, I'm not paying for these calls, and we'll show you how to do that. And the other piece is, if the phone call is less than 30 seconds, Google doesn't deem that a lead, and they don't charge you for it. So you're only actually getting charged for calls that are more than 30 seconds that are legitimate, because if they're more than 30 seconds but they're nonsense, you can decline it. So call quality is through the roof.
Oh, it is good, and no, I don't want to go. I don't want to take us this way, and because we only have a limited time with you, Lauren. I know you got another appointment you got to get to, but just on that, as far as leads, I know we can talk about there's Home Advisor out there. In fact, we talked about Home Advisor last show. Home Advisor, Angie's List, all that's in our backyard here, and weighing the quality of leads. The Google lead is going to be a much better lead as a customer. We talk about that, and I would appreciate if you'd be back on the program again, and we can talk about that. About comparing the really, those kinds of leads.
Yeah,
so,
let me just say one thing on that. A lead is a one-to-one. This is your opportunity to take that customer and turn them into a client of yours. If you're getting a lead that's being farmed out to 3 or more contractors, that's not a legitimate customer. That's not a prospect. So Google pay-per-click and Google local services, the basis of it is it's a one-to-one. Okay?
Yep.
Here's a good question from Ben.
Ben's asking, Lauren, Ben is asking, can you get Google verified yourself? Or
Yes. So you can go to Google, look it up, how to get Google Guaranteed, and you can jump into the waiting list if it's not live in your market yet, or you can sign up if it is live in your market. Okay.
Right.
So you're going to join the line, and essentially you're going to have to get Google Guaranteed on your own. Go ahead. There's a lot of successful companies that do it, but there's a navigating of Google. Google isn't a customer support company.
I know. I want to get. Let me get Lauren, guys. Lauren's being nice here, which is because he's professional. I'm going to be the plumber. Let me be plumber. Let me talk plumber with you guys. Okay.
Fine.
All right. Hey, you can. As a dude with a home. Can you replace your own mowing cartridge? Sure, you can. Okay, but how many times have you gone back on a guy on a Monday that he spent all weekend because he boogered everything up and had the water off? Okay, and that's something easy. That's easy compared to dealing with what we're talking about here with Google. Okay, do yourself a favor. You don't yet. Can you do it yourself? Lawrence, you're right. I mean, you guys are smart enough. You can figure it out.
Sure.
Okay, you can do it. But it'll be a headache, all right, and you're going to be in the back of the line. Here you have a chance. What I want for you guys is SearchKings here. They're going to put you at the front of the line. You have a chance to get in before everybody else, and they do the work. They know what to do.
Well, let me also, it's also Google changes things every now and then, right, Lauren?
Right.
Every now and then they change things to disrupt businesses, and if things get changed and you're not on top of it and you're not aware,
you're back. You're back.
and
The
it's
other
fine.
piece is they're constantly asking to update license and insurance and clarify the roster of members who have been put through the check. So we do the onboarding and get everyone Google Guaranteed. We then also have to make sure we maintain your campaign so that your account stays active. That's really important. And lastly, and as Laura said, as the program evolves, because this is an early product, as this product evolves, we're working with Google. We're a premier partner, so they give us insight on how to support our clients.
Guys, that's priceless. I'm telling you.
It is priceless. And someone asked, well, what's it cost? And look,
it's not expensive.
SearchKings is offering a very special rates here for our viewers and listeners and $1 Million Plumber clients. And look, it's the bottom line is it's dollars a day to have them basically manage the account. Okay, it's nothing. Okay. Right. You spend more money on buying that breakfast burrito at the Speedway in the morning, okay, a day. So it's worth your time having put over here. And then who pays for that? Your customers pay for it, by the way. Those that are in the academy and other clients know that you put those costs through. But the bottom line, it's nothing. Okay,
Right.
so Lauren's being very professional here and soft and just giving the information. But I'm telling you, this is what you want to know what to do. I get these questions all the time on how to the marketing and the frustrations and all that. You just do this. You pay the pros to do it, and here's your chance to get not only before others get into it,
Right.
kind of the front of the line, but to be in a position with the big boys.
Right.
Okay, and
Hey,
it's a no-brainer.
And people are asking for how do we get in touch with SearchKings, and I have put the link right in the comments. So
Links in the comments. I believe it's www.searchkings.ca, as in Canadian. They are our brothers right across the border here above us. And .ca slash
$1 Million Plumber.
the $1 Million Plumber. All right, that way you get they're aware to give you that special pricing.
Right.
Okay.
Got a couple questions coming in.
Couple questions here quickly, Lauren. Is it possible to employ someone that wouldn't pass the background check if they're not going into customers' homes?
Good question, Christy.
So it's a very specific question, Christy. What I would say is this. This is an example of why you want to make sure you know who you're talking to, like SearchKings, before you apply. Because the maze that will happen in the background check process, it will take months if you're dealing with Pinkerton on the background checks. We would have a conversation with you about exactly what the role is that person has in your company. And if they're not going into homes and their office staff, then we would follow one procedure. So there's a bunch of different ways, but it's really important to not just blindly submit background checks, because when Google checks the roster, we have to make sure that the roster matches. And that's where Google would come to us to say, okay, let's check out the roster for your company. And we want to make sure you're always compliant. So try not to navigate those touchy subjects on your own. I think that's kind of what we do in our work with Google.
Yeah, especially if you've got some circumstances like that I know a number of us do.
Which we did, right?
Yeah, we totally did. Missy's got a question. Does it matter to American-owned businesses that SearchKings is a Canadian company? No.
No.
The answer is heck no.
Right.
Heck no.
Nope.
So in Google's world, we're a premier partner of Google. They understand most of our business is represented in the U.S. and with clients on both sides and friendship across the border.
Exactly. The only thing I don't understand the whole hockey thing, but and why they live in the cold.
Yeah, we don't understand that.
I don't get it. I don't understand you, brother.
Don't get it.
How you do that, but
hey, Missy,
love you anyways.
A lot of our clients, Misty, use
thick
it.
clothing.
That's right.
Too thick. You're in the wrong part of the world. You need to be in Venice.
Right.
Misty, just a number of our coaching clients and Success Academy members use SearchKings. So like Lauren said, I would assume that the vast majority of their clients are Americans.
Right.
Americans?
Are American companies and so it's.
Yep. Ain't no thing. They may have a little bit of an
for
accent.
For us, the Google Guarantee Program, the Google Guarantee Program is U.S. nationwide, so that's where we want to be because, the reason why we're working with you guys is we want to help the little guy be at the top. I mean, the person who actually cares about a customer is a very wonderful client for us, as opposed to a big company that's kind of just churning over.
And we got a question here. Lauren, from Ryan, from one of our
Hey,
South.
Ryan. Quack, quack.
Hey, how you doing, man?
How's it, Ryan? We have an office in South Africa. So there's a SearchKings South Africa office that you can get in touch with, or we can put you in touch with them, and they'll take good care. Google Local Services is not available in South Africa. It's U.S. nationwide. It's in small pockets of Canada and in small pockets of the United Kingdom. That's it. But pay-per-click is available everywhere.
Is it going to be available in those other areas? The assumption would be?
If we want to theorize, I think that in the U.S., your dentist, your lawyer, your chiropractor will all get Google guaranteed, over the next few years. I think that's where Google moves. And then as far as what they do overseas, I think they'll go start with home services again, which is where everything started in the U.S. That's just me hypothesizing.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Yeah, well, do we want to look at the, do we need to look at the search anymore, Lauren? Or is that good?
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
If there's other questions,
Yeah,
you know,
anybody got any other
I'd love to just throw a teaser out there for next time.
Throw
I
it.
think what Google Local Services is also doing, when you look and you say, like, what's the big picture here? They're getting ready for voice search. And Google has to win the voice search race. So how will Google guaranteed companies dominate on voice search is something that we're working on right now. You know, we'd be excited, and think about when someone says to their Google phone or their Google Mini or their anything they're talking to and says, you know, okay, Google, I need the best plumber near me.
Really?
Well, you know, what
There
an
we go.
opportunity for us.
Wait
Hey,
a minute.
guys.
So like in your Alexa or the other Google listening device that you have in your house, you can say, Google, what's the nearest plumber, best plumber near me, right?
Right. So right now what they've experimented with is a few different things, but because Google Local Services is an ad platform, they tested it and then they pulled it off. And so right now they're working on it. And that's where I foresee this going, because Google needs to ensure that the customer experience is bang on when you're holding your baby and saying to your device, I need a plumber, Google. Well, Google has to know that you're close, that you do a good job, and that you're available.
Right. And guys, it's never been easier. If I could just reach through the camera and just grab my guys here and say, look, just do it. It's a no freaking brainer, okay? Because you want to set this up where these systems in place so that your business is just operating. It's never been easier to do that. It's going to this. It's a way that a little guy, okay? I'm talking about one truck being able to compete with the 60 truck company. All right, it puts you on a level playing field, and you can play this game. And it's never been more affordable here with SearchKings, who's a premier partner. These guys, we know there's other U.S. companies. Okay, it's not a U.S. Canadian thing. You just want the best. Okay, the bottom line is the best. All right, and also has the right attitude. Again, Laura and I are looking to protect you, and because we're a little guy. We come from a little guy, so we get it, and so that's where our heart is. So we're attracted to other companies that do these kinds of things, that have a heart for the little guy, and SearchKings has a heart for the little guy as well as serving the big guy. So we benefit from that. Those kinds of relationships, okay? So you just need to do it. So Carmen's asking, how does that work when there's hundreds of companies in the Chicago land?
That's a good one. Good
Chicagoland area.
Awesome question. I'm on my way to catch a flight to Chicago in about 20 minutes, funny enough. So here's what I'll tell you is Google's going to cap, I think, how many companies are allowed in. Because to have 200 companies in and only 10 of them are getting leads isn't a good experience. So they're going to cap that. So you want to get in. Your location with your Google My Business page is very, very important, because your Google My Business page determines how close you are to the person searching, which is one of the factors. That and reviews are the two most important. So your GMB page, your Google My Business page, will give you better placement. If you have more than one Google My Business page, then there's a conversation there as well. That's how you're going to compete. And keep in mind, this program is going to evolve. Google's not going to keep the program the way it is. We need to make sure that as it evolves, we're at the forefront, right? We're the pioneers with you.
And Carmen, you're busy building. You don't need to be an expert at this.
Right.
You just need to be an expert at finding experts, okay? And that's what this is all about. That's the difference between owning your job, all right, and having a business asset that provides a life of security, and freedom for you and your family, period. And you said you're a one-truck company. We're a one-truck company. That's where we came from. And you can become a one-truck, you go from a one-truck company to a multi-truck company, all right? And it's never been easier with stuff like this. So we have SearchKings. I think you can type, is it Kings?
Yes.
You can type Kings in the comments.
You can email. Yeah,
Well,
I put in our little chat box. You can email sales@searchkings.com.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's easier than my name, Lorne, Lauren@searchkings.com, and I'll make sure that someone on our team is talking to you and that they know that you're part of the $1 Million Plumber team. And we take great care of you guys.
Yeah, and we do have the chat bot set up, so if you do type in Kings in in the comments, you will get link right to Lauren. So.
So there you have it. All right, Lauren.
We've got one question. Gerald,
one more question.
DW's asking, can you change your location later? Where'd that question go?
You can change your target markets, but your actual physical address is pointing back to your Google My Business page. So if you change your Google My Business page location, then you could change your Google Local Services location. I think that's what you mean. Think of the address being based on your Google My Business page.
Okay.
Okay.
And what if they had 2 different locations?
Oh, great. So this is our wheelhouse, right? Customizing with our clients. We would take a look at each of your locations, figure out, do we want to have 2 Google Local Services ads? Probably yes. But then once you're Google guaranteed in 2 locations, how do we get both of them near the top? The challenge there is, how do you get reviews to both locations? If you can get reviews to each one, amazing. If not, we're going to give you some advice on what to do there. But that's the customizing, right? The program doesn't require hours and hours and hours of monthly optimization. As it grows, we anticipate more work. For now, we got to keep your account live. We got to keep you generating phone calls. And to do that, you know, it's a as Richard said, it's a cup of coffee a day, and you're in good hands.
Right. It's the management. What I love about SearchKings too is that you guys, and I'll talk directly to you, Lauren, you provide a flat rate management fee, which is nothing. It's very low. Okay. All right. So you can get this kind of expert coverage. Okay. For basically, it is a cup of coffee, a Starbucks a day, you know, breakfast burrito in the morning a day. Okay, it's worth it. It's an investment into your business, and you have experts taking care of something this important. So just do it, and that's how you can go from being one truck to multi-trucks. All right, and play like the big boys and girls. Okay, so just do it. So we got a couple links there for you.
We do. Yeah.
So check on it. You have anything else?
Nope, I think that's it. Yeah, we've got a link in the comments as well. So either way.
And Prince Lauren, we got to get you on that flight, brother. Thank you so much.
That's true.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time in your day here and bringing this announcement. Guys. And then we'll have you back. He's agreed to be back, and we'll be talking about this other stuff. All right?
Sounds great. Thank you for having me.
Take care, brother.
Lauren, take care.
All right.
All right.
There you have Lauren with SearchKings. All right, guys, just do it. Okay, we got the links. There's no agenda here other than we want you to succeed, guys. Right. And look, it's never been easier.
So
do
true.
that. You can compete with the big boys. Get in here to get you to the front of the line. All right, let them play this game. Just have them play the game for
let
you.
Them. They know the rules.
Top of it. Okay.
Yeah, they know the rules.
So just do it, all right? Because that's how getting to where you're systemizing. It's an important key. So you don't have to be on top of this stuff. You just are creating a business or an asset that's providing, security, financial security for your family, all right? And providing jobs and opportunity for others, all right? And serving your community, okay? This is how you do it, all right?
This is how it's done.
So there you have it. Yeah. All right. So, hey, to learn more about these kinds of things, the marketing, social, all that kind of stuff, all right, as well as other extremely important things to your plumbing business, hey, check out the $1 Million Plumber Success Academy, all right? That training is all in there for you, okay? Do we have even a little
I think we do.
I can show a little display there, okay?
Betcha.
Over 150 videos, courses, all right? Over 100 hours worth of video instruction covering everything on your business.
Everything you ever
all right,
want
pricing,
to know.
your flat rate book, the marketing, all these kinds of things, all right? SearchKings even does a little thing in there for you.
A little song and
all
dance.
Right, song and dance. Teaching the business of plumbing. It's all there.
Yep.
Okay, if you're serious about taking your business to the next level and growing, having a plumbing business, all right, just do it. Type success in the comments or go to www.themilliondollarplumber.com/success to learn more and check it out. But it sounds like it's about time to flush this episode.
We're flushing it, baby.
All right, before we leave the studios here in Venice. All right, want to remind you that you were purposefully and wonderfully created, and you were created to do great things. Yes, you were, like have a successful plumbing business.
Yeah.
So, all right, when you're out there doing your thing, plumb like a champion.
Thank you for tuning into Potty Talk Live with Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber. If you enjoyed this show, share it now. To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, type 5 in the comment section now.
Just do it.
And join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.